Hello, I'm Ted Cohen, President of WDS. Safety is at the heart of everything we do. We work hard to make sure that every WDS employee works in and helps create a safe environment. It is important for all of us at WDS to remind ourselves about how safety plays a key part in our mission. Our mission is to perform the highest quality demos for Costco Wholesale and its members and vendors. We have fun and promote pride in our team. Staying safe, as well as keeping our coworkers and members safe, is a big part of our mission, and it's truly a team effort. We can't have demo quality and enjoy and take pride in our work without safety. Safety is so important to us that we've made it a key component in our demo quality slogan. Smiles, samples, sales, and safety. At this point, I'm going to turn over the video to our host, Tracy Conway.
Before we get into the specifics of safety, we need to take a brief overview of the working environment for WDS team members. Costco warehouses are busy and dynamic places. They're constructed of concrete and steel, and the movements of forklifts are potentially dangerous to our team members. One other hazard, complacency. You've got to stay alert for hazards every day, all day.
Always keep your eyes open. Be aware of hazards on the floor and step around them. And as soon as you spot a hazard, notify your supervisor or a Costco employee. Now that we've discussed your working environment, we'll get into specifics. In this video, we'll take a look at several major areas: transporting your demo materials, setting up, performing your demo, and breaking down. Safe practices are absolutely essential in all areas and at all times, especially when you're in a hurry. By the way, if you are injured on the job, you must report to your supervisor immediately.
We'll go into some detail about safe practices a little later in the video, but first, we need to take a look at two practices which are at the heart of safety: safe lifting and the buddy system. The reason we'll discuss these practices first is because of their importance throughout your workday. Safe lifting is all about saving your body from injury, sprains and strains that can range from minor to incapacitating.
Here's an illustration of the wrong way to lift. See how Lolly is using her back muscles as the primary force in lifting this cooler filled with soft drinks? By the way, don't worry, the cooler we're using for this demonstration is empty. This kind of lifting is almost guaranteed to cause injury at some point. Here's the right way to lift. Stand close to the object to be lifted. Bend your knees. Keep your back straight. And use your legs to power the lift. Be careful not to twist your upper body as you lift and carry. Very important. Move your feet to change directions, not your torso.
The other key element of safety that applies to all that we do is the buddy system. It's crucial to know when you need to use this safety technique when gathering supplies and equipment and during setup and breakdown.
The buddy system is really pretty basic. Company policy states that anytime you're lifting anything that weighs 15 pounds or more, or is awkward, you're required to use a buddy. Some examples: microwaves, convection ovens, product, or tables. Buddies are assigned each day. You can find out who your buddy is by checking the schematic in the WDS cage. Remember, if your daily buddy isn't available at the time you need help with an item, you should ask another WDS team member to be your buddy. As you can see here, two people can make a potentially risky and back-damaging task much easier and safer. Communication is crucial in the buddy system. Decide who'll direct the move, lift and raise together, move together with the load level, and unload together with your knees bent.
At this point, let's take a look at some of the specific tasks of an average day where safe practices are imperative. It starts at the WDS cage. This is where your day begins, where you find out who's been assigned as your buddy for the day, and where you gather your demo supplies and equipment.
These areas are often very tight quarters and can be quite congested when there are several WDS team members gathering to pick up their supplies and equipment.
As we mentioned earlier, you need to be very aware of what's going on around you. Slip and trip hazards, objects warehoused above your head, and the movements of your team members who may be lifting and carrying supplies and equipment.
Use common sense when loading your cart. Don't allow items, especially tables, to hang over the sides of the cart so that they could inadvertently strike a WDS team member or a Costco employee or member. Very important. Load your cart properly so that items fit comfortably. Here's a look at how to properly lift a table onto a cart. Notice the safe lifting and the use of the buddy system. Always be sure that the load is well secured, especially if you're using a shopping cart to carry your demo table.
While we're on the subject of using carts, keep in mind that another way to minimize sprains and strains is to always push your cart whenever possible, instead of pulling it. Pulling can put much more stress on your back.
As you move from the WDS cage to your demo area, you'll be navigating through the warehouse during operational hours. Costco warehouses are often very busy and quite congested. You must be acutely aware of your surroundings. It's up to you to be aware of the movements of Costco members all around you. Most members are naturally focused on shopping and may not pay much attention to you.
It's your responsibility to avoid bumping into a member. You've got to yield the right-of-way to members at all times, no exceptions. At the same time, you need to be aware of any hazard from a Costco member bumping into you. In short, you need to expect the unexpected at all times. It's the same principle as defensive driving.
Always use the buddy system when you set up your table. Never set up a table by yourself. And once your table is set up, be sure to use safe lifting techniques. A quick review. Safe lifting means stand close to the object to be lifted, bend your knees and keep your back straight, use your legs to power the lift, and be careful not to twist your upper body as you lift and carry. Move your feet to change directions, not your torso. Here are a couple of other tips for minimizing muscle fatigue, stiffness, and soreness. One is an anti-fatigue mat. Be sure to use one every day.
Another thing that can help is something as simple as brief stretching exercises every now and then. It's good for limbering up your back, your shoulders, your neck. Try it. You need to know about the 12-foot area. This isn't an actual boundary marked with paint. It's a virtual circle of 12 feet, a safety zone around your demo. You're responsible for maintaining a clean and safe area within this 12-foot radius of your demo table. Keep in mind, if your table is stationed at an end cap, the 12-foot radius extends around the corner. That means you have to watch for and clean up spills, trash, or any other potential hazard that might endanger Costco members or fellow WDS team members, even if the hazard is not demo related. Do not leave your demo table unattended. If there's an emergency, secure your demo table before leaving the area and then notify the closest WDS employee where you're going.
And when the breaker comes by to give you your 15-minute break or lunch,